board. All right, first of all, what is a vision board? Well, a vision board is either physical or digital. I will tell you that I prefer physical because we're in such a digital world that sometimes I feel like digital things just get pushed aside, but there's a trick to that. So what I do is I make a physical vision board, and I'll show you my vision board probably in another video, but I will show you my vision board. And then I actually take a picture of it so that I can have it on my phone, I can have it on my laptop, I can make it digital, but it's also physical. I also really believe that we learn better when we can feel it, when we can touch it, sometimes when we can smell it, and it stays like more ingrained in our brain. So the second thing about a vision board, especially a physical vision board, is I like to carve out a specific day and time when I can really dive deep into my vision board. I consider this my time to plan out the next year, the next season, sometimes the next month. And I've also found that as a small business owner, as a real estate investor, as a goal-oriented, action-taking, never time to really dive deep into me, I had to put that time into my calendar because it is super duper important. All right? If you don't take the time to make a vision board, then you're just kind of letting things happen as they happen. But when you take the time, and I like to do mine at the beginning of the new year, when you take the time to really deep dive into your vision, into your goals, into your dreams, and you take the time to put it all together into one little montage of inspiration, I found it's a lot easier for those things to actually happen in your life. All right? So the third thing I want you to do is really carve out that time. And you can build anticipation for your vision board party. You can do this by yourself or with a group. I like to do my vision board party by myself. I turn on a movie that I like, a chick flick, or I turn on music that pumps me up, and I hang out here in my office totally by myself. And I build up anticipation for this day. This is a self-care day for me. It's just like going to get my nails done, just like going to get my toes done, just like going to get a facial, going to get a massage. My vision party day is a day for me to start to visualize and plan my life for the next year. It's so very important. And it's actually kind of a cleansing ritual too, because I said, I say, you know what? I'm proud of what you accomplished in the last year, in the last month, in the last quarter, but we're about to step it up. We're about to level up. And these are the things that we're going to put in the vision board for next year. All right. And this is really a vision board. I want you to visualize yourself seeing these things happen, come true, materialized, manifest in your life. Okay, so the way I build anticipation is I think about all the things that I like, and I subscribe to magazines that lift me up. And by December, I have a stack of magazines. I read through them every month when they come in, and sometimes I start to now I'm dropping stuff all over the floor. I start to tear out pieces of the magazine every month. Not always, but sometimes something really pops out at me. And I go ahead and clip it out. Most of the time, I just leave the magazine stacked up so that I can build the anticipation for my vision party day. And on that day, I go through the magazines and I rip. As I go through the magazines, if some page speaks to me or something on that page speaks speaks to me, I rip it out. I rip it out. I rip it out. I like to feel the paper ripping. I have girlfriends who cut, all right? They cut the pages out. They just go ahead and they cut out whatever speaks to them. I don't do that. I just go through and I like to tear things apart. So I just go through and I just rip out the pages. I make a different stack. And then I go through all the magazines. And I've carved out the whole day to do this. I usually do this on January the 1st. So there's nothing else going on. My husband's watching football. I'm making greens, black-eyed peas, and chili. So, like, there's nothing to go on. If it takes me all day to do this, I don't have anything else to do. So I go through, I tear out all the pages that speak to me or that there's something on them that I just love or adore. I make that stack. I throw away the magazines because I subscribe to these magazines. I'm going to get a whole nother year's worth of magazines. I'm not keeping the old ones. I'm embracing the new ones that are coming in the future. Okay? So I get rid of all the old ones, and then I've left this stack. And I go back through it. And sometimes I remember what spoke to me on that page. Maybe it was a phrase. Maybe it was a picture. Maybe it was just a word. Who knows what it was? And then I take the scissors and I cut it out. I cut it out. And so then I'm left with another pile of scraps. I throw those away. And there's something really cleansing about throwing those scraps away. I don't know what it is. It's just the leftover junk. And I feel like when I throw away that leftover junk, I'm also able to clear out my head and throw some leftover junk from the year out. Am I crazy? Maybe. I mean, yes, definitely, but sometimes more than others, right? But I do. I just let it clear out of my head. I let deals that fell through or times that people told me no or things that I was disappointed in, I just let it go with the scraps. I just throw it away. It doesn't matter anymore. And then I'm left with this beautiful stack of things that turn me on, get me excited, feed my soul, give me motivation, give me inspiration, and I choose to only focus on that pile. Not the subscriptions that I got in the last year. Not the junk that was left over from the last year, but where I actually visualize myself going. The things I actually could visualize myself doing. The things that I really want to hold in my hands. The things that I really want to smell. The things that I want to taste. The things that I want to hear. I hold those like a treasure chest every year. And sometimes I'll go through this stack and I'll say, you know what, this was a word that really fit me last year, but I don't really like that word anymore. And I do. On my vision board, I have one word a year that is like my driving force of a word. All right. Sometimes, you know, the word could be, what was my word last year? My word this past year was focus. All right. I wanted to focus on everything. Everything had to be in focus. Everything was this on focus. Am I focusing? Does this activity focus me towards what I'm going for? All right, focus was my word in 2018. And when I would focus and I would get laser dialed down into what I was actually trying to accomplish, boom, we would check things off that vision board just left and right. But when I would let myself scatter and get lost in all the other things and I would lose my focus, we weren't getting those goals done. All right. So I like to have one word. And sometimes the word just kind of comes to me. Like, I'll use this one because it's on top again. A guide. Am I guiding the right people? Maybe this will be my word next year. Have I been with the right guide? Have I been following the right guide? What guide should I be looking for? Am I guiding the way I need to be guiding? Maybe my word should be leader. Maybe my word should be, here, let's see, here's another word. Here's a phrase, nothing to prove. But sometimes this one says health daily. Maybe my word will be fortune. Brainstorm health daily. Maybe my word will be rise. Maybe it'll be read. Maybe I need to read more. Maybe it needs to be shine. Maybe I need to shine more. All right. But as I go through this stack of gold, I will start to realize that my word keeps popping up. So I'll go through all these great things and here, this word says showcase. Showcasing female trailblazers. Women who mean business. Maybe business will be my word. But I'll make a stack of different words, and then my word that speaks to me will pop up. And then I'll put that word all over my vision board. Like, I'm going to show you my vision board in another video, and you'll see that my word was focus. And focus is all over that board. There's other things, but focus is the main thing. So you go through, you get your stack of gold, you find your word, and then I go through again and I say, what is the main thing? What is the main thing for the next year? And I make that the center of my board. And then I have 4 corners on my board. So I have the center and 4 corners. And I turn those into like 5 themes or 5 topics. I have my center, I have my professional, I have my personal, I have my marriage, I have my future. All right? Or I have my health, I have my wealth, I have my family, and I have my future. But then I also have that center, and that's me. All right? So I go through this, and I find the most important things that fit these themes, whatever I've decided the themes for the next year. What am I going to focus on? Because you can't focus on everything. That's where we screw up. We try to do all the things and nothing gets accomplished. But when we focus on doing these particular things and we give our attention, where our attention goes, our energy flows. And that's where we get the results. So if you can narrow down 4 or 5 things, and yes, I know there's some supporting things. We'll get to that when we look at my board. But 4 to 5 themes, 4 to 5 targets, 4 to 5 focuses. Not Ford focuses, unless that's on your board. That's totally cool. I have a car on mine. When we focus on those things, though, that's when they happen. So that's exactly how I do my vision boards. So then I get my main topics, and then I take this piece of paper, a white piece of paper, and I usually take some pink paper or some tissue paper or some glittery paper or something, and I make that my background because I don't want just a plain white background. I mean, I really think out this vision party thing, y'all. So I lay that out, and then I've got a big desk right here that I work on, and I take up all the space that I need because this is my thing for the day. And then I take my cutouts for my themes and I place them. And then I realize that I've got way too much stuff, and so then I have to pull some things off, and then I have to replace some things, and then I move some things around. All right, like it takes me forever to do my vision board because I know and I believe in the power of visualizing my future. And I want to make sure that these are the things that I'm putting my energy, effort, and attention into. So I practice placing them. I move some things around. And then I tape them to the paper. And my vision boards are huge. It's over there, but it's probably 36 by 24 inches. All right, it's a full-size poster board. And what I do is I go to Hobby Lobby and I get a big 36 by 24 inch frame, a nice pretty frame. And I frame that sucker. It is that important to me. All right. My vision board is a work of art. I worked all day long on that. And that's why I like the physical vision board, because I've got my vision board at the top of my steps. This is my office right here where I do my filming and things. But as I come up, we're actually over my garage here, the second garage. As I come up the steps, I open the doors. The first thing I see is my vision board. I see my motivation, I see my inspiration, I see my goals, I see my focus, I see my dreams, and I see that every single day as a reminder to focus and get these deals done. Get my vision aligned with my presence so I can get these deals done. And then, after I get it framed, after I get it hung on the wall, I do take a picture of it so that I can keep it on my phone, on the screensaver, or I can keep it on my laptop, my desktop, whatever. Or, you can take it, and once you take a picture of it, then you can upload it and get it printed out, and you can put a little copy in your bathroom. You can put a copy at your desk. You can move it all around once you have it. Once you have the one big one, you can make little baby copies of it. Another reason I'll tell you I like to get mine framed is for a while, and I quit doing this, but for a while, as my vision board was coming to life, after these things were coming true that I set out to do in my vision board, I would take a marker and I would check it off. Check it off. That happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. Ooh, baby. And then I had something to celebrate, right? Because we're not just putting this vision board out there as a fun little exercise. We're actually calling these things on our vision board into our life. So we should celebrate that. I do. I celebrate all the time. I celebrate and get myself a cookie. I celebrate, take myself for a nice long drive. I celebrate, get my nails done. I celebrate, have a little dance party in the bathroom. I celebrate and say, "Woo, girl, you did it!" And marking those things off my vision board is definitely a cause for celebration. So that's how I make my vision boards. And I've actually got this stack of clippings that I'm going to be using for this next year when I make my vision board. And check back, I'll show you my vision board and actually walk you through my themes, my plans, my dreams, the things that have happened, the things that I'm still waiting to happen, the other things that I didn't expect to happen were totally amazing. We'll cover all of that in the next video. But I hope this helps you get the inspiration to make your vision board. And whether you have a vision board party with you and your girlfriends, you and your husband, you and your kids, or just you and you alone, take the time to make a vision board. Have a section talking about the sellers you're going to help. Have a section talking about the business deals you're going to do. Have a section talking about the business you're going to create. Have a section talking about everything that you want. The trips you want to go on, the man you want in your life, the body you want, the jewelry you want. Like, there's no judgment on your vision board, y'all. It's just your brain, your dreams, your goals, puked out into a picture. Once you get it from your head into a picture, into a physical, visual thing, it's so much easier to start to actually feel it coming into your being. Tell me down below, have you ever made a vision board before? What did it look like? Show me a picture. I'll show you my vision board in the next video.